everybody. Welcome to a very special edition of Daytime York Region. It's all about hometown hockey.
Yeah!
Woo! In the town of Newmarket, of course, Rogers Hometown Hockey is this weekend, and we are so excited. So the whole show today is dedicated to hockey. We have Rick Vaive here. He's actually right there, sitting beside us. Yes! We're pretty excited to have him here. He will be talking about what's happening tonight in Newmarket. There's an amazing NHL benefit game that's happening with some really great alumni players.
Yes.
And it's all to support the law enforcement torch run and Special Olympics. We also have some OJHL players, right?
Yes, we have Sam Hu from the Markham Royals and Christian DiDonato from the Newmarket Hurricanes. Christian played last night. We're going to talk to them about pre-game rituals, hockey memories, where they played minor hockey, a little connection to Connor McDavid, and some other stuff.
Awesome. We also have some Newmarket players from the Newmarket Minor Hockey Association. So they're going to talk about what it means to have hometown hockey right here in Newmarket and what it's like for that hockey community. We have so much going on today. We also have an interview with Tara Sloan, so we'll get to that. So much fun starting right now. Okay, guys, so pleased to welcome, Rick Vaive. Does he need an introduction?
Yeah. Yes. First of all, we should
one of the greatest, the first NHL Leaf member to hit 50 goals. That's a huge deal.
Yeah, that was pretty special.
You spent how many years in the NHL, Rick?
14.
14 amazing years.
Yeah, it was, the first time you step on the ice, actually, you know what?
Tooth out. We're just having
I'm
this
going
debate.
with the tooth out.
Tooth out.
I'm
Attaboy,
waiting
Rick.
for the new one to get made, and I don't talk as well with this in, so.
So take that tooth out.
Yeah.
Let it go. Yeah. Yes. The true sign of a hockey player.
The jack-o'-lantern. Halloween's coming up, so.
It's a hockey look right there. First time on the ice, Ashton Matthews, maybe he can relate to this. You were in Vancouver the first time you stepped on the ice in a pro hockey game. Surreal experience or what?
It really was. It was, it's kind of like, okay, I've arrived, I'm in the National Hockey League.
Yeah.
And, no, I didn't score 4 goals, but like Austin Matthews did, but it was pretty special. Your first game in the National Hockey League, and then, of course, the first game at Maple Leaf Gardens was just out of this world. It was like, you're looking around and you're going, okay, I saw this all on TV for many, many years.
Yeah.
And I'm here. It's like, and then you get traded to the Toronto Maple Leafs, and it's like,
Dream come true?
oh yeah, it's crazy.
And that was where you spent the longest part of your career, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was there for 7 years, 7 great years.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed when I got traded to Chicago because I wanted to stay in Toronto. I loved it there. But things happen. You have no control over, and you move on and move cities. And your wife has left back home to sell the house and get the movers and all that kind of stuff. And that's how it was back then. It's a little different now.
Well, speaking of back then versus now, it wasn't the media circus, was it, around Toronto the way it is? I mean, Harold Ballard's in charge. You had a lot of focus, but it's insane nowadays. Before we went to air, Jacqueline was live, putting you on air, social media right there. I mean, it doesn't happen like that.
Yeah, it's much different now. I mean, it's kind of crazy because you can't really go anywhere without somebody having a phone that can actually do what you just did.
Put you on the spot?
Yeah, no, I mean, exactly. Now, there was quite a media circus back then, even though, it was the 80s, and technology isn't what it is today, but it's magnified by hundreds and hundreds or thousands because of social media right now.
Tonight we're pretty excited because this is kind of the first thing, surrounding hometown hockey. It's the NHL alumni game. You will be playing, right?
Yeah.
What is that experience like to have the community out and see, the retired players against some law enforcement officials?
Well, you know what? Well, first of all, the biggest thing is it's for Special Olympics.
Yes.
And I've been to many Special Olympic events over the years, especially when I played in Toronto, and it's spectacular. I mean, it really is. If you go and watch a Special Olympics event going on, They compete. They're happy. Whether they win or they finish 8th or 10th, it doesn't matter. It's really special. So we've teamed up with the law enforcement torch run for Special Olympics to raise money for them, and we play against them in a game tonight, and it's still a lot of fun. I love playing. Good. It hurts like heck.
You have ice down the body after?
It's very, very difficult, especially when you're playing 3 games in 3 nights in 3 different cities.
Right.
But we're pretty happy that we're here to kick off kind of hometown hockey for the weekend.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got to go to Summerside last year for hometown hockey because I'm from Prince Edward Island.
Yeah.
And it was wonderful. It was hanging out with Tara and Ron McLean and all the guys. Errol Thompson was there, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. So to be able to be part of kicking off this one in Newmarket is special as well.
We need you to name drop. We're trying to get people to come out to this arena tonight. Walter Gretzky will be there. Now, tell us who's there.
Really quickly, because we're almost out of time.
We got Mark Napier, myself, Mike Kruselinski, Ally Afraidy, Brian Muir.
Come and see, or
quite a few,
or go to the website, right?
And Walter Gretzky.
Thank you so much.
And Walter Gretzky.
Such
Sounds
a
good.
pleasure to have you on the
it's
show.
my
You're
pleasure.
holding your tooth.
Thank you. Yeah.
You want me to hold the tooth for you?
No, you the tooth fairy?
We'll be right back, guys, with some Newmarket minor hockey kids right after the break.
La la la, hey, hey, yeah, yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to Daytime York Region. Are you ready for some hockey, Anthony?
I'm all about the hockey. Jacqueline, this is amazing.
The best day ever, right?
Isn't it?
We are so excited because hometown hockey is coming to where, kids? Newmarket, Ontario.
Woo!
And we are gearing up with the Newmarket Minor Hockey Association. We have some Redmond players here. We also have Linda Carusi, the president of the Newmarket Minor Hockey Association. And we also have Jeff Hitchin, a coach and a parent. Before we get into talking to the players about what this means to them, Linda, you've been involved in the hockey community for almost 30 years. What does this mean to the town of Newmarket and to young players like this?
I think it's pretty neat that it's coming, especially on our 60th anniversary.
Yeah.
And it's great to show people that hockey is fun. It's not all about, with Rick Vaive, the hitting and the fighting.
Yeah.
It's more about let's having fun, sportsmanship, and bringing your friends together. So, and it's nice for the town. We're going to put Newmarket on the map for sure. And
Oh, yeah.
this is where Connor Mcdavid came from.
What? I'm just kidding. I know that. Jeff, you are a coach, you're a parent. You've probably been involved in hockey for many years. This is a pretty special occasion, right? And it means a lot to the town.
It's great. It's
Yeah.
awesome. It's great to see the kids, the fun they're having with it. Seeing all the NHL alumni coming to town. And then the camaraderie that they're building and the friendships that they're building that will be for life. It's been great.
Can I ask how many years you've been coaching? Because that is a tremendous thing. People they just see you on the bench and think that's all there is. They run a few practices. It is a full-time job for a lot of people.
It can be busy, but it is a lot of fun. And I think coaches out there have to remember that they have to have fun too. It's not just the kids having fun. The coaches have to have fun. But I've been
Absolutely.
coaching. I've been with the NMHA now for 7 or 8 years now.
Right.
As a coach in some form.
Isn't that great? And guys, favorite part about playing hockey, what is it?
Playing with their friends and
Yeah?
a
A
having
team
fun.
environment. You guys have so much fun,
Yeah.
right? And what is your favorite part?
Well, we get to play a team sport. We get to play for the Newmarket Redmond.
Isn't that amazing? And
Yeah.
you guys love your team?
Yeah.
I'm just going to do this. Excuse me.
Don't trip or whatever you
Making
do.
my way down the line. Guys, your favorite hockey player, who is it?
Connor Mcdavid.
Say it again with a little more passion. 1, 2, 3.
Connor McDavid!
Now Rick Vaive's outside going, hey, I just took pictures with you guys.
And where is Connor McDavid from?
Newmarket, Ontario.
Woo! Okay, so obviously this is pretty exciting, right? Connor McDavid is from the town of Newmarket. We are bringing hometown hockey to Newmarket this weekend. And right now, we're going to show off some of the Newmarket Redmond skills. What league are these guys in? Can you guys show us some stick handling?
Adam Division.
Adam Division.
Yeah.
So what age group is that?
They're 10.
They're 10.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it like for this age group, for this skill level of hockey? How much are they on the ice practicing and playing?
They're on the ice 2 times a week and playing 2 times a week, but the way schedules meld, a lot of times we can be 5 times a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Linda, this is great to see, right? I mean, the kids obviously they have passion for hockey, but they love it too.
Yeah, that's the main goal that I became president, was to bring the fun and make sure that everybody has fun, and we're here again to have fun. And we've got the first shift program happening as well, to bring in some new people to show them what hockey's all about.
Love it.
60 years, Newmarket Redmond. That's a pretty exciting time, a special anniversary. Anything else going on that's extra special about this year? Tara Sloan last night in the interview said, I should have worn, they gave me my Redmond 60-year jersey. I should have worn it tonight. And we said, that's okay. She can wear it this evening or tomorrow. What else is going on?
Well, we've got the new logo.
Awesome.
I'm trying to think. I can't think of what the other one. Oh, the Marlies. We're doing our 60th anniversary with Scotiabank, and we've got the Marlies all hooked up with it too.
Nice.
So, and it's again, and instead it's on the Boxing Day, so we're encouraging families to come out with that, and also have a family skate at the Rico Center.
At the Rico Center.
Yeah.
They asked me to play net. Do you mind if I go and save a few?
Go ahead.
Okay,
Good luck.
okay.
Good
The old
luck.
dude's in. It's on. Game's on. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I want to save. Okay.
I knew Anthony would be getting in there.
Live television. Okay. Okay. Now, I should have worn a jock. I should have worn a jock or a Jill. Oh, look at that guy. Look at that guy, huh?
Oh my. Well, he's kind of large, right? I mean, they're probably used to shooting on other 10-year-olds, but a grown man.
Can I get on the bench now, Coach?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Jeff, how is it to see, I mean, your son, obviously, but the whole team has such a camaraderie between them, right?
They do.
Yeah.
It's great, and they spend a lot of time together.
Sure.
And they sometimes will see their teammates more than their schoolmates. So.
And some of them, I was told, actually played in the kickoff game for hometown hockey.
Our team did, so our whole team was out there, and it was a beautiful day and beautiful weather, and Ron and Tara were there, and it was great fun.
Pretty exciting,
Yes.
I think, right, for
Yes.
these young players.
Yes.
Must be amazing.
Talk to us about some of the positives about being on a team. Not everybody understands what it's like. A team effort, getting together, coaches, everybody drawing together, all rowing in the same direction. There's a lot we can learn from that.
I think there's huge life lessons that they can learn. There's there's sportsmanship, but there's discipline. There's discipline.
Oh yeah, I wanted to hack at them for the shots, and I didn't.
Discipline.
So discipline, right there.
Oh, well, it's
Yeah.
so great for these young kids to get involved and learn all of those aspects of not only hockey, but life as well. Guys, we're going to get you to line up really quick.
I think it's a life skill too.
Everybody scored except the last guy.
We're going to come in. Everybody
look at
come in
us.
here. We're going to do our team cheer. Ready? Come in, guys.
What are we gonna yell? What are we gonna yell?
Wait, face the camera.
N-E-W-M-A-R-K-E-T. N-E-W-M-A-R-K-E-T. N-E-W-M-A-R-K-E-T.
All right.
Go Redmond! Now I'm gonna get you all back from behind here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. A
We'll
little
be right
crowbar
back, guys.
massage here.
Stay tuned for more daytime right after this. Okay, let's play.
All right, game on, boys. Game on. Let's go. Let's go.
La la la, hey, hey, yeah, yeah.
Jacqueline.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Hometown.
Where did that come from?
Oh, there's other.
wanna know.
There might be a couple others, but we're not going to talk about where they are or where they may come out. Hometown hockey. We're so excited on Rogers Television in York Region. We happen to cover 3 wonderful teams: the Newmarket Hurricanes, the Markham Royals, and of course the Aurora Tigers. We have 2 of those teams represented here today, and some of their players. Of course, we've got Sam Hu from the Markham Royals, who's played on Stouffville and used to play on Newmarket as well. So you got all around York Region,
you've
Sam.
Been around, Sammy.
Christian Di Donato from the Newmarket Hurricanes. Hurricanes, 4-year member of the Hurricanes, is that correct?
This is my fourth.
Welcome to the program, gentlemen.
Thank you.
How you doing, man? Hockey's
We're
here.
excited.
We're all focused in York region, especially in the Newmarket area. I mean, what's this like for you, Christian? I mean, this is happening in your backyard where you grew up.
Yeah, I know. It's definitely a cool experience for the community, obviously, too, and especially for the hockey families, obviously. I know the team's pretty excited, definitely getting down there Sunday and Saturday.
Yeah.
I know they're excited to be a part of it and get the team out there, get involved with the community, maybe get some more fans out to our games. But yeah, I know the guys are excited, and it should be a fun weekend.
Certainly will be a fun weekend. Getting fans out to the games can always be a bit of a challenge with junior hockey, but you guys are doing a tremendous job getting out into the community and meeting and greeting people. Sam, you yourself, you're a terrific ambassador. I mean, you live Richmond Hill, Markham area, so it's not too far to go to the Markham Arena.
Yeah.
Are you meeting people and inviting them out and doing your job?
Yeah, whenever I can. Like this year, we had a couple events. Like we had a barbecue, and then we had a meet and greet with the local MP.
Nice.
There's a really big turnout, and I guess it's a good way to get the word out for the team because Markham just moved back to the city 2 years ago after after they folded a couple years back. So people are still kind of still don't know for sure if the team's there or not. So.
But you were there.
But you're here on
You're
TV
doing
show.
great.
Yeah.
We just chatted with some Newmarket young hockey players, and I'm sure you guys yourselves at your own games must be like little celebrities for some of the kids, right? Do they come up? Do they come to watch you practice and kind of try to get a handshake from you or a high five? What's that like?
Yeah, they're always at the door when you come out, and that's obviously nice to see them cheering you and supporting you.
Yeah.
I know when I was little, I was one of those guys in the stands, cheering on the Newmarket Hurricanes. It's good, and it's always a pleasure having them there to cheer you on.
Right now we're actually looking at, is that Newmarket in Markham?
That's Newmarket in Markham, and that game is tied at 3 in this particular instance here. So we're trying to be as politically correct. We know what the result was, but you guys are battling hard out there. What was it like when you were a little kid looking out at the big guys coming out and seeing they're like men to you, and you really are. You're young men, of course, but when you're small and you make it to that team, it must be a bit of a surreal experience to be the one giving the high fives after being the one looking for them.
Yeah, it's kind of like now, our goal is to get to the NCAA or OHL for some guys.
Yeah.
And you're always looking up at them going to games saying, wow. And that's like when we were little, looking at the Newmarket Hurricanes saying, I want to be there, or even the OHL. So it's kind of like that. And, it's cool. I like that.
This is wonderful. What really amps you up before a game? I mean, everybody has, Thunderstruck by AC/DC. Our Newmarket Redmond president was saying, that's my song. What gets you guys cranked up to 11 or 110%, I guess, in hockey terms?
It doesn't always have to be music.
No?
Okay.
For me personally, I
Better not say knitting. Sorry.
No, actually, it's pretty chill. I just like to relax, listen to some music, hang out with the guys in the room, and we play some sewer ball. So it's like it's kind of keep up game with soccer. And
that's really popular.
I find if I'm too antsy, nervous, then I don't play as well. If I'm just kind of chill and relaxed, that's when I have my best games.
What's the music though you're listening to? Got to know what the music is. I mean, we're talking about Walk Off the Earth.
I like listening to some tropical house kind of music, so like Kygo or Matoma, stuff like that.
Nice.
Okay.
And what about you? Do you get amped up before a game, or do you like to keep it calm like Sammy?
Yeah, I'm like him. I don't like to stress at all. I can't do that at all. I'll be all jittery.
Yeah.
But I like the Chainsmokers, so they just came out with a new song, Closer. It's not really new, but it's getting a little old. But
I love that we're talking about music.
That's the song.
But
music
does it
and
come
hockey.
into play?
Oh,
Yeah.
it certainly does. I mean, and back in the day, it was the organ, the only thing. Now it's all popular music being played at the arena, and to warm your eyes up.
I have a question because Anthony and I have been preparing for this show, and you were telling me that nobody is called by their actual name. Like, for example, your last name is Regan, and people call you Reegsy at hockey.
Yeah.
Reegsy.
Or slow one.
What did they call you guys? Do you have a nickname on the ice or between
Dito?
the guys?
Yeah, I got quite a few.
Hopefully, give us some family-friendly ones, okay? Not what the opposition called you. Not the Trenton guys last night.
No, I have coaches call me Dito. The guys on the team call me Buzz.
Buzz?
Yeah. Kind of a short story. A long story, actually.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I had fuzzy hair.
Oh.
And then one of the dads changed it to Buzz. So
Buzz.
it just stuck.
Not Buzz Lightyear.
Hey, Sam, who are you?
Yeah, that's the oldest one in the book.
Yeah.
Obviously, my last name's Who. It's really short.
Sure.
People like to call me Whoosie, and then they make a lot of jokes like "Who's there?" or "Knock knock." Who,
Oh my
Or
goodness.
"Who scored the goal?" Or
What about Whitby when you played against a woo? So there was a woo and a who on the ice. I had to have a little fun with that.
actually,
I
there's
apologize.
a funny story. Actually,
Please.
I think I was battling with him in the corner once, and then the whistle went,
Yeah.
and he looked at me and smiled, and he's like, "Turf war, buddy," because I think. I'm from mainland China, and he was from Taiwan, so he said
my
something like
goodness.
that. Yeah.
Man, I would love to hear what goes on, you know.
Maybe you wouldn't.
Maybe
you know,
not.
yeah.
Sometimes it's not the best.
Maybe not. Guys, we wish you all the best in your seasons coming up. And of course, we can catch them on OJHL
Rogers.
hockey coverage right here on Rogers TV. We will be, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, we'll be your game on Sunday, Sam.
Okay, perfect.
right.
We'll see you guys
1:30.
there.
You can tune in.
Yeah.
We'll be right back, guys. Coming up next, we're going to talk more about hometown hockey. We've got a great promo about the town of Newmarket. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back to Daytime. This is our very special hometown hockey edition of Daytime. We've got Anthony Regan here, the host of OJHL on Rogers TV. And right now we are going to show you a promo of how excited the town of Newmarket is to have Rogers hometown hockey coming this weekend.
It's home. It's where my family is, and it's where all my buddies are, and all the kids that I grew up with. So it's just home.
So this is the garage, the famous garage. As you can see, there's the wall where he has broken through many times and spent many, many hours in here.
Here's a kid from Newmarket, and he makes it not only to the NHL, but he makes it as a goalie to the NHL. I mean, the odds are staggering when you really think about it.
This is probably my second home. I've trained here since I was 8 years old.
So how much bouncier are we going to get today?
Pretty bouncy. I mean, it depends on what you're comfortable with. Here we can get 18 to 25 feet in the air.
Okay. By we, you mean you.
Well, you might get a few deductions for that one.
Isn't that nice? A nice promo of two local and amazing athletes, right? And of
Yes.
course, we just saw Connor McDavid's mother. How nostalgic is that? Just seeing her talk about, you know, Connor growing up and playing in the garage, like
stick handling and bashing the heck out of the wall. There's a lot of stories like that.
Wow.
It's amazing too. I had the great fortune of working with Bill Elliott when we worked at the Blue Jays down at Skydome. I was lucky enough to be involved somehow.
Nice.
Bill was in my ear, and we ended up talking about OJHL hockey. He told me all about Brian back when he was just playing for Ajax. It would be. I had mistakenly said Pickering in a few broadcasts. It was actually Ajax he played. He got shellacked in a lot of those games and lost, 8-0 or 9-1 or things like that. But his father kept filming him, putting out the tapes, made it to the NCAA, and now he's in the net in the NHL, and it's just a dream come true. Those kids that were in taking shots on net, one of those or two of those could be these guys we're talking about down the road. Who knows?
It's so true, and it's so neat for them to be, bringing this home to their town of Newmarket.
Yeah.
They love Connor McDavid. I mean, he's just an icon.
He certainly
Not
is.
only for people in Newmarket, but for all hockey lovers, right?
Yeah, but certainly is. That's the great thing about somebody like a Sidney Crosby. Toronto fans become Pittsburgh fans because of the new phenom, and Connor McDavid is going to be selling a lot of sweaters. There's going to be a lot of happy Newmarket and York Region areas, and they're going to be all buying McDavid sweaters. And I think, speaking of moms, didn't you love the way Austin Matthews' mom's in the crowd? Like, you could see she had tears in her eyes, and I thought, my heart was going out for her.
Game?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what an amazing experience, not only to see your child in their first NHL game, but to see them doing that well in the first game. Like,
setting a record.
It's just incredible. So we are going to take a short break. Okay. When we come back, you had the chance to interview Tara Sloan last night.
Awesome, absolutely, pretty awesome. It's so neat to meet somebody you've seen on TV for so long and finally meet them face to face and have a chance to chat with them.
Yay! We're going to check that out right after this short break. We'll be right back.
La la la, hey, hey, yeah, yeah.
Well, Anthony, last night you were working. You were doing the OJHL coverage, and you also had the chance to interview
Tara Sloan.
Tara Sloan.
Are you kidding me? She dropped the puck there, and she's such a great ambassador for the sport. I mean, and she draws people out. Okay, men and women all want to come and say hello. She's a musician. She's an actress. She's an on-air personality. She pretty much does everything. I made some kind of joke with her, like, who's driving the Zamboni while you're doing the interview?
There you go. So right now, we are going to take a listen to that interview because it's a nice chance to kind of kick off hometown hockey. Obviously, she is coming to the town of Newmarket on Sunday.
Yeah.
We couldn't be more happier. Let's take a look at the clip.
You should have worn your jersey. You got a Newmarket jersey.
I know. Well, you know, it's the first weekend of the season for Rogers Hometown Hockey, so I had to represent, but I promised the city of Newmarket I will break it out this weekend.
So you're out there for the official puck drop. You're a singer, musician, you're a broadcaster, you do pretty much everything. Who's driving the Zamboni right now while you're doing this interview?
I wish it was me, to tell you the truth. I had a chance to drive one last year. But no, I cannot do everything, I promise you.
You spread so much joy and happiness. I'm looking at your Facebook account, just doing a little background research on you. One of the things we can talk about this weekend is you did a little stint learning about trampolining. How did that go with a famous name?
Well, I'll put it in context. Everywhere we go, we try to find like the thing to do. It doesn't necessarily have to do with hockey. So just a thing that represents the community. York Region, Rosie Maclennan, two-time Olympic gold medalist, flag bearer in Rio. So she has been training since she was 8 years old in Richmond Hill. So we went to her place, it's called Skyriders, and I learned, I mean, you can't really learn what she does in a short amount of time, but I took a little turn on the trampoline. She is amazing. She is just a spitfire.
And you probably didn't get half as high as she did, but you still felt like you're jumping off a building.
I was 2 feet in the air. I felt so out of control, and she's 20 feet up there. She's amazing.
And they don't lose their poise, and they don't even have to wave their arms or anything to stay straight up and down. Ron McLean, I mean, Mr. Hockey, Mr. Canada here. He's done many times, he's done officiating here in the Ray 20 Recreation Complex. When you first sat down to have a chat with him, were you a little intimidated? I mean, you can hold your own. Breakfast television host in Calgary, and you've done everything and been on many stages, Juno nominees and everything, but Mr. Hockey there, how did that go?
You know, I first met him, actually, I interviewed him when I was hosting Breakfast Television in Calgary, and he was so lovely. I mean, he does, and that's his magic. He puts everybody at ease. So, but definitely when it came down to like the job, I was a little bit intimidated. And again, he just, you know, he didn't quiz me about hockey or anything. He just made it about having a conversation and interaction between the two of us that was genuine and authentic. And that's why he is who he is, because that's the conversation he's having with the country, honestly.
Speaking of conversations with the country, I mean, you guys have been traveling everywhere. Are there any moments that kind of really stand out? Are there any stories that haven't been able to be told, but you would like to tell them? I mean, this is a bit of an odd question right now, but you must have so many memories. That's what I'm getting at, going so many different places.
I mean, going forward, I don't know. They become unearthed as we go along, and that's the magic of the show, and that's why this is stop number 50 for us, and that's why it doesn't get old ever. You know, there's a new story in every community we go to. There are some stories that I think we've been able to tell that other sports shows and hockey shows haven't been able to tell, and dig a little bit deeper beneath the surface. Stories of triumph and survivors, and we featured a transgender hockey player in Whitehorse last year.
Wow.
Something not a lot of hockey shows are able to do. So we know that those stories are everywhere, and they'll just keep coming.
Your own personal hockey experience. Now, your little one, I don't think she plays hockey, does she?
No, I keep trying to get her to play hockey. I think she wanted to get figure skates, and but she's skating. She's taking skating lessons, and so we'll see where she goes. She's a little jaded on the hockey thing right now because
as a mom?
Yeah, it's work, right? So I think we'll see if she comes around eventually.
I understand. My little guy doesn't want anything but hockey, and I'm mad about it, but I don't want to steer him into it. What about you yourself? Strapping on the skates, have you gone out and played with and had a little bit of fun?
I am terrible. I'm a terrible skater. I'm terrible at hockey. I just grew up with a massive passion for the game. My family's from Montreal, so I grew up Saturday nights watching Hockey Night in Canada with my dad, and I grew up a Habs fan, and so that was just always in my blood. I just love the game and love the camaraderie, and so no, I would humiliate myself getting out there. I do my best, but not when cameras are on.
Okay. What position would you play? I'm just kind of curious. You ever thought about trying net sometime or anything like that, or are you just sticking to a little skate and a little puck movement?
Well, I am pretty competitive, so I actually think, like Ron and I actually played a little bit of ball hockey. When we did the launch here in Newmarket last month. Yeah. So he's a fierce competitor, and he gets the fires burning in me in that way. So I think I'd be a forward just because I got that fever.
Okay, let's go back to hometown hockey for just a second. What's it like having a huge crowd of people out there? Everybody wants to come. Do you mind being that person in the public eye? Obviously you don't. You said, what's the difference in context when I'm at the arenas? People know who I am. It must be so nice for you to look out and see all these people waving and having fun and celebrating our national, well, somewhat national sport, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, hockey is it's the game that brings us all together in this country. It just runs deep for us. It's a real galvanizing force, and so it's not so much. Honestly, like Ron is so sought after, and I mean, he really can't go anywhere without people knowing who he is. For me, people are starting to recognize me. That's great, but it's really about sharing the stories of the communities, and that's why this job is so gratifying for us.
I get that. And of course, the hockey community is abuzz with Austin Matthews, the last one. What were you watching and what were you thinking, seeing this phenom out there just looking like a kid walking through everyone else?
I think like everybody else, I mean, it broke the internet because nobody could believe it was happening. It's stunning. And you have to be happy for the Leafs organization to have somebody like that on their hands. But, I watched the game afterwards, and Connor McDavid proved himself pretty well. 2 goals and an assist, he's not bad either.
Yeah, he's no slouch either. Tara, thank you so much, and enjoy your weekend here.
Oh, thank you. We're so looking forward to it.
Okay, thank you very much.
La la la, hey, hey, yeah, yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the show. We are rounding out this amazing day today here on Daytime, and we're gearing up. We also talked to Rick Vaive this morning at the top of the show. Now we're continuing on with that same theme. We're going to talk about the NHL benefit game that's happening this evening in Newmarket, and a huge connection to York Regional Police, the Special Olympics, Ontario, and the law enforcement torch run. Pleased to welcome 2 of our guests here. Karen Richards, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Always great to have you. And we also have Sergeant Chuck Byham here, who will be playing in the game, which is pretty. I mean, you've done this. You've done this before, right?
Yes,
Sergeant.
Yes, I've done this. This will be my 6th year of playing in this game, so it's a lot of fun. It's a tremendous opportunity for the York Regional Police. They call us the All-Stars. I'm not sure that's the true sense of that term, but we love doing it. We kind of adopt the role of being like the Washington Generals with the Globetrotters.
With the Globetrotters,
nice.
yeah.
But the NHLers are terrific, and it's about putting on a great show for the fans that come out. So,
who really do you find is a little intimidating? Like when you first stepped out on the ice and you saw, I talked with somebody who was talking about going out on the ice with Gilbert Perreault and people like that with his dad, and he was saying like, I'm looking at all these legends that I saw as a kid. Now I'm playing across from them. He said my hands were shaking. Who kind of gets your heart going?
The one that got me the first time I played against him was Billy Smith.
Oh yeah,
right, because to go and get in front of the net and get set up there. Yeah, I was waiting for that stick to come around, right? Because as a kid growing up, I just remember him swinging that stick and chopping people down. So fortunately, that didn't happen. I guess I didn't annoy him enough. But
well, you're the only guy out there with a gun on, sir. Why can be so bold?
No, it's actually a wonderful experience. These are. I'm going to say from my vintage, these were the players that I grew up watching, right? So to get on the ice and play against them is a wonderful experience, and we really enjoy doing it. So
obviously that aspect of the game is really cool, right, Karen? Because people can come, spectators, families, they can enjoy the game, and they make it into a real evening of fun. Tons of entertainment. What will be happening tonight?
So tonight, the game is starting at 6 o'clock. We've got Newmarket Minor Hockey. I think you got the chance to meet them earlier. So they're going to be doing some exhibition games, some skills competition between 6 and 7. Our NHL players and the YRP All-Stars hit the ice at 7, but we'll have a 50-50 draw going on. We'll have some Special Olympians that are going to be there dropping the puck.
Wonderful.
We've got our Deputy Chief, Tom Carrique's going to be there as well, and there'll be a skills competition as part of the third period.
What?
You can see Chuck in action with his amazing skills taking part in that. So that makes it really fun for the fans. They can cheer on the NHL guys and the YRP guys.
For some reason, it seems people in law enforcement are traditionally very strong, skilled hockey players. It just seems like that's the background. I mean, how long have you been playing?
I've played hockey since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Growing up. So, and it is actually, I think, but it's just everywhere, right? Like hockey is part of our really is part of our culture. So no different, right? We represent the community, so why wouldn't we be the same as the community and have lots of hockey players? But we absolutely have some amazing hockey players, like former like professional, like we have former NHLers on our police service. We have lots of guys that have had OHL or junior hockey experience, college hockey. So we can field a pretty good team, but I'm not sure that that's the intention of us putting out a bunch of 21, 22-year-old just finished playing professional hockey players to do this for tonight. It's about the show.
It's about the charity involved, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, it is a fun, exhibition game where people can go out and we really want to drive home the message about Special Olympics Ontario, the law enforcement torch run. So maybe when we come back, we'll talk about why this is so significant, because there is such a rich history of York Regional Police with those two organizations. So we're excited. I'm going tonight. I'm going to be
cheering Chuck on.
Sergeant Mike.
When you play tonight,
Ask
Sergeant.
for an autograph.
Yeah, when you play tonight, tooth in, tooth out.
I'm going to keep them in.
Going to keep them in? Because you were saying they're all real, so
That's
I'm
a good option.
I hope I have them all by the end of the game.
I was just going to say, after the game, I want to check your chiclets just to make sure that they're still teeth in.
Exactly.
Sounds like it's fun.
All right, I think we're out of time. We'll be right back, guys, with more on Daytime. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Still here with Sergeant Byham of York Regional Police and also Karen Richards. We are so thrilled to have both of you because we are celebrating 25 wonderful years of not only the law enforcement torch run, but also this wonderful NHL hockey benefit that's happening tonight. And I guess it travels around, right?
The
tour.
NHL alumni game travels around to different communities within Ontario.
Yeah.
It's a big part of the fundraising for the law enforcement torch run. So this is a incredible charitable endeavor that police services all across Ontario take part in. $1.9 million raised for Special Olympics Ontario last year across the entire province, and it is the single biggest sponsor that Special Olympics Ontario has. So York's really proud to be a part of that.
Let me ask you where the money goes. I mean, $1.9 million, that's a lot of money. Are you funding athletes in training?
100%.
Okay.
So $1.9 million goes through the provincial office, and it goes out to local community groups to allow people to participate. A lot of the money raised goes toward provincial games. And of course, Jack and I have a long history of provincial games. Back in 2013, when York hosted those games, we raised $1.3 million for Special Olympics when we hosted those games. And that was just a really great chance for local York Region athletes to get to experience the provincial games right in their backyards. So that was exciting.
It was so wonderful. Sergeant Byham, you've seen some of these athletes perform, right?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
what is it
absolutely.
like to watch them, and what it's good for everybody. It makes everybody feel good, and it means the world to them.
Yeah, the spirit in the athletes, it transcends whatever sport it is or whatever activity we're involved in. It's that spirit that I think really hits you in the heart. and gets us to want to participate and be involved with it. So I've participated before, played lots of floor hockey with athletes here in Newmarket, and had sort of exhibition games with them, which has been it's been a wonderful experience.
What's the motto? It's let me
win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt.
Yeah, I remember that from 2000. The other time York Region was hosting the Ontarios, and Rogers TV was a part of that as well. I mean,
we're the only police service in Ontario that's hosted the provincial games twice, so that's something York's very, very proud of.
And let's do it again.
Yeah,
100%. Let's do it.
Bring it on. So tonight, if people want to support, tickets are still available.
Yep, at the door.
And it is happening at the Ray 20 Recreational Complex. Doors open at 6, game is at 7. This is so important. I mean, it's fun, but you're also giving back to such a great cause.
100%. There'll be lots of Special Olympics athletes there to say hi to everyone that's coming. So you'll get a chance to see some of those athletes that these funds go to support. So it's a really neat night.
Wayne Gretzky, of course, has been in the news lately. Of course, the Rogers Place in Edmonton, wonderful. He's back with Edmonton, etc. His dad's coming tonight. I mean, Mr. Ambassador, Mr. Hockey's dad.
You can't believe how popular he is with the people that come. And I've seen him the last 3 years I've been there. He sits and will sign every single autograph until there is no more lineup. He stood there, I'm saying 2.5 hours last year, and just signed autographs for people. A wonderful man, a wonderful ambassador for hockey.
He gets it then. I had the opportunity to talk to Bobby Hull, and he was signing autographs for me. And I said, "Oh, do you mind? You've been doing this your whole life." He said, "I used to be the little boy with a piece of paper. My dad gave me a stubby pencil and said, go get the autograph." He said, I never mind as long as you're a fan."
Yeah.
Right?
I'm sure you can relate too, right? When you see these players that you used to watch and idolize, and now you're on the ice with them.
It's an amazing experience, and it's terrific even to see, like, so we had Rick Vaive, you had Rick Vaive on earlier today, like even just the young hockey players that were here from Newmarket, like they still know who Rick Vaive is, and they know what a personality he was in hockey for a period of time here. He's a legend with the Leafs, right? So they're clamoring to get his autograph too. So you'll see at the game tonight, the kids, the NHL All-Stars always take time to sign autographs for the kids too. So it's a really nice event that way.
Any memorable, like, did you score a bar down goal or something, like, over the years? Come on, what was really your number one tooth in moment or tooth out moment?
So this is where if I say I scored a goal, does that make me an All-Star? Because I have scored a goal in these games.
Who was it on? Do you remember?
Mark Forrest.
Not so bad, my friend. Did you school him or anything? Ride the stick?
No, I think it was more of a screen and probably right off somebody in front of me. So.
Well,
honesty.
we thank you both for being here. I'm going to the game tonight. You're going to be announcing the players.
I just found out I'm announcing. I'm so lucky.
We are going to take a short break, guys, but you can go to the website and you can also buy tickets at the door tonight. We'll see you then. We're just laughing.
I'm refreshing.
I just said, Anthony, you're very refreshing. You know, you've had so much energy, you have so much passion for hockey.
I love hockey.
And TV. So when those worlds combine, hockey and TV, you can tune into Rogers TV because we have the best OJHL coverage on Rogers TV. You are the host, right?
I do some play-by-play for a couple of the teams. Yeah, for Markham and for Aurora. And I've been fortunate to do it for more than 20 some odd years for different teams. And as Andrew Osmond is actually the one who covers he's the voice of the Newmarket Hurricanes. Last night he tweeted that I will be interviewing Tara Sloan, and she retweeted it. So I'm telling you, how cool did I feel about that when I found out about it later.
So cool. And lots of new things happening this year with our coverage, right? What has changed, Anthony? Because this looks fantastic.
Well, we have Ben, Zach, and Paul right there. Two of the three were there last night. Paul and Ben were there along with Jason Henry, and we have a terrific crew. We have Victor Finley on board as well. Eric Frotton and Dan Dadoon have been working really hard on this, and Rick Pereira has given them the go-ahead. And it looks so big league, and I think that's what's important is these players that we're covering want to go to the next level. So our hockey coverage has been taken to that next level to prepare them for the leap to the big leagues.
Absolutely. We can't thank you enough for the team at Rogers TV and all the volunteers who make it happen and people like yourself. Such passion behind it. So this weekend, guys, Rogers Hometown Hockey coming to Newmarket. And if you swing by the Riverwalk Commons in the town of Newmarket, they've been setting up for a couple days, lots of excitement, and they will have events happening all day tomorrow and, of course, all day Sunday. So thank you so much. You can also tune into Rogers TV on Sunday to watch.
The St. Michael's Buzzers against the Markham Royals, and Reggie the Royal, the giant mascot, will be there for the kids as well.
Awesome. We will see you next time. Have a great weekend, guys. Anthony.